The following contains strong language, violence, and nudity. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
The following presentation is brought to you by the Realm Network.
Say howdy to fresh food at Roy Rogers.
Say howdy to our burgers, a thick and juicy size. Howdy to our roast beef, it's sliced before your eyes.
Say howdy to our chicken and howdy to our slaw. Say howdy to a double R, it's not against the law.
At Roy Rogers, you never see frozen hamburgers, tired old chicken, or dry roast beef. We make it fresh, and that makes it delicious.
Say howdy to fresh food at Roy Rogers.
Hello, boys. Marc.
I just pooped and it smells fabulous.
Lowell.
Welcome to my latest experiment. This is a big one.
It's the Marc and Lowell Show.
It was a show just for me and you, much like this podcast.
Where two guys bring you stories and opinions.
Our listeners will not laugh.
But if we laugh, then people will laugh.
Built on 30 years of friendship.
You were singing operatically.
Yeah, while you were taking the camera.
And I was zooming in
on my crotch.
Yes.
Along with a regular cast of pals to help them remember it all.
Camp is the best.
Get your shit together.
All right, so back to your swamp ass.
Say ho.
Now, here's Marc and Lowell.
Hello and welcome everybody to the Marc and Lowell Show. My name is Aaron Lamb and I will be your temporary host for a brand new Mandel episode. We've got a special treat for you this week as we take a look back at the April 11th, 2020 Marc and Lowell Zoom listener party. The guys, along with Dan and Lisa, met up with a bunch of listeners for a group chat last month. This is the produced and edited version of the Zoom chat for your listening pleasure. My only disclaimer is that there is some obvious Zoom audio weirdness here and there I was mostly able to edit out, but this is definitely a very fun episode you will not want to miss. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Here's Marc and Lowell.
Resistance is futile. It's the Marc and Lowell Show.
So what we should say is, because we are recording, so if we are to actually post this, we have welcomed into the room a handful of faithful Mandel listeners, fans, campers, whatever you want to call them. And what we're going to do, gang, is you guys are welcome to hang. We may just go to you at some point, but we're going to ask you to keep it on mute. I don't know if you can, or if you don't keep yourself on mute, then we'll eventually boot. Yes, and we don't want to have to do that. But
Marc is a boot.
Welcome to the show. Stay on mute.
Yeah. Actually, look at that. We actually now, Lisa, you're not the only lady in the room either.
Hey.
Yeah, and actually, we're going to even say hi to Liz because, ladies first, I guess, right? So, Liz, you are live on the Marc and Lowell Zoom party.
Welcome.
Hey there, how you guys doing?
Good. Thank you for coming. Thanks for stopping by.
Sure.
But thank you for coming. How's quarantine life for you going?
Pretty boring, but I love it.
Yeah, it's not bad, right?
Yeah.
What do you have kids, right? So are they with you, or is that the deal?
I have no kids.
You have no kids.
It's me and my husband. I'm a physical therapist, so
okay.
my patient care dwindled down so much. I just went on unemployment. So
I don't know. What do I say to that? Congratulate? No,
I know. Whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah. It sounds like you're making the best of it, so that's cool.
Yeah, it's totally fine. Yeah.
Good for you. All right, so you're welcome to hang with us, and if you have something really, any of you, if you have something pressing you really want to contribute, just somehow wave, get our attention.
And thank you everyone for coming. Very cool.
Very cool. So we're keeping this casual. Well, do you see the sign in the background there?
I do. Yeah, was that the one that was out on the street, right?
Yeah, that's Sean Parks.
Sean, yeah.
Yes. All right. Well, we gotta bring him in. Sean Parks has a sign in the background here. It says "Honk for Lowell Melser."
Yeah.
Sean, what you want to tell us? Well, first, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
You want to first explain what's the whole story behind the sign?
First, I did it kind of as a bet because I lost the Mandel fantasy football.
Oh, yes.
Oh, right.
So I decided on the hottest day of the year to go outside in Abingdon, Maryland, and hold this sign.
I remember because several people sent me emails and messages. They're like, there's some dude out on the street and he's got a sign. It's got your name on it and all this stuff. I'm like, yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah, some lunatic up in Abingdon.
Yeah.
Like I actually would say like, yeah, he's promoting our podcast for us. Thank you.
Right. Wait, did you get a lot of honks?
I probably had like about 40 honks, but during the
Good.
Facebook Live, I had like 2 cops go,
Yeah.
what the?
Is this guy all right?
Yeah. Well, I'm wondering the same thing.
Right.
Well, no, thank you, Sean. I know you're always supporting us, so thank you for being here, and thanks you for always doing that. All right, so let's see. Well, speaking of, I was asking Liz how quarantine life is. So, Lowell, you've had some kind of a crazy schedule going on lately. So, how's it been going for you?
Yeah, it's been nuts. Like, I don't know if everyone notices, like everybody from the news is pretty much doing stuff from their houses all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really weird. So, but pretty much, yeah, like I'm working out of my house, and then we eventually just find a spot to go live, or we do something on tape. But yeah, that's
got to be hard though, because you got the kids too running around.
Yeah, I got the kids. I have to like
doing the school
read. Yeah, homeschool read while trying to do work. And my wife's trying to do work. She's still working from home.
Yep.
It's hard, man. Stress is like up to here. And I need a goddamn haircut.
I know. Right, Dan?
Yes, right. I'm fixing my camera.
Yeah. He's got 8 million cameras and like none of them work.
None of them are working.
Right.
Dan has the best studio of all of us.
Yeah, and he can't get it to work.
He's just trying to get the right angle.
Lisa with the AOL dial-up.
Yeah, she's dial-up and a broken headset.
Yes, and her headset doesn't work. It's
right.
You know, how long? It's been 8 years we're doing this show, and nothing has changed. We never have the right stuff.
Never. But hey, at least you and I are crystal clear.
Yeah, that's true. At least we are crystal clear. Never. That's what's important. All right, let's see who else is here.
Lisa's still talking to us from something we said like 4 minutes ago.
Yeah, that's right. The delay is just catching up now.
Right. She's frozen too.
Yeah, or is she faking? Because earlier,
frozen
before we
faking.
started, is she fake frozen? That's a good game we should play every once in a while. Are you really frozen or are you fake frozen?
Yeah.
Real frozen. She's real frozen.
I think
she is.
Let me.
She is real.
Hold
frozen.
on, I gotta look. I'm calling the bluff. I think she's faking.
You think she's faking?
Yes, I think she. Let's go to the one of the listeners here. Let's go to Brian Thomas.
Oh no! See, she was not faking.
Oh, were you?
I was
faking,
right,
Lisa. She's nodding her head. Yes. Does this mean we can't hear her now?
I was faking.
Lisa. She was faking. I was right. Hold on. Where's my dinger?
You're not.
I don't even have
her picture was really frozen, and then it clicked.
I think she was faking it, but it was also frozen.
It was yes, exactly. Dan, you're right. She was frozen, faking it. However, the picture was not caught up, so it really was frozen in the position she was in beforehand. Do you see what I'm saying?
No, not at all. No, wait, did I unmute? Yeah, I think I did. Brian Thomas, are you there?
I am. Can you hear me?
Brian, how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Brian's been listening to us since the beginning, but you don't know necessarily that Brian, do you know that he's like Batman by night?
I see the costume in the back.
Lowell mutes me every time I try to comment or friend him on Facebook. It's okay. It's because I called him Sloth in the Inner Harbor like years ago. It's okay.
Yeah, I think I do remember that, but I didn't block or anything like that.
I'm kidding, Lowell. It's okay. It's all right.
I would never.
Lowell is WBAL TV. We're all in this together.
Yeah, we're in it together.
I forgot the hashtag.
WBAL together.
Yes.
Lowell forever.
Don't forget all of Lowell's positivity videos.
And all my positivity videos.
I just want to know where the goggles are, Lowell.
I know. I got to break them out.
You had the mask.
I have a mask, but the problem is when you wear the goggles or sunglasses with a mask, they get all fogged up.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I need a face shield.
Hey, what's up, Sean?
I was going to say, I'm a essential personnel because I work as a security guard over at the mall.
I feel like
I wear gloves, but not face masks.
Wait, hold on. Lisa's introducing herself from the start of the show. Hold on.
Yeah, wait, hold on. To me, if I worked at the grocery store, I would be in like a full hazmat suit.
Yeah, I would be wearing like in the Naked Gun, the full body condom.
Yeah, exactly.
2 days ago, I went to pick up medicine for my mom. What I went through, I brought like 4 pairs of gloves, wipes, 3 masks, it was to do like a drive-through, but then the drive-through thing wasn't working, which was good for me because I didn't want to touch the thing.
Right.
Everybody else touched. So the guy came out to give it to me, and I like jumped away from him like he was, radioactive or something. I told him to take all the medicine out and drop them into a bag.
Yeah.
Drop them into a bag, and then I put my arm into the bag with gloves on, so I could then wash off the medicine. But then I realized that if the medicine touched the side of the bag, and then the side of the bag got on,
Oh my God.
and I just went down this rabbit hole.
Well, you're kind of a neurotic person, so this is not really surprising.
This is my worst nightmare.
Yeah. This really, so you are going crazy.
This preys on every weakness that I have.
Is that Lisa?
Of course, that's.
So Lisa's in like 2 frames now.
I know. Okay, there goes.
Oh no, now it's 1. Okay.
Wait,
I still can't hear her.
Wait. Now I got her now. Lisa?
I left the meeting because I'm just doing it on my phone now.
Okay. So Lisa's back from the delay from 1978. So welcome back.
I really appreciate your understanding and your flexibility and how nice you are about it.
She was on her Commodore 64.
My Chromebook, you guys. Touch screen and everything.
What do you want to say?
Wait, where's Amy?
Uh,
I did Marco.
Hey, what's up, cutie pie?
You want to sing a song?
No.
Sing Let It Go.
No.
Of course. That didn't work.
Marco.
What's up, Sloaney?
It's time to go to bed.
No.
I think it's time to go to bed.
Go to mama.
I
said go to mama. Bye, Sloan. Good night. I love you.
And by the way, everybody just deal with it. I'm going to be touching my face. It's what I do. And
Well, if you washed your hands.
I wash them constantly, but I'm constantly touching my face.
Yeah.
So.
I went to Chick-fil-A today to pick up for the kids, and of course they have the cow masks.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
right.
They have the cow colors over their face.
Go ahead.
Oh, I just wanted to ask Lowell. He posted on Twitter, I think it was, about his top 3 favorite fast foods. I just wanted to, see if you could talk about it. What your favorite 3 fast food chains are, Mark.
Oh yeah, that was one of those pick 3s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it was I picked it was 1, 2, 3. It was Taco Bell,
really,
Popeyes, and Chick-fil-A. The other ones were like McDonald's, Burger King, Subway.
Right.
Like and then
Wendy's.
Wendy's was 1, and I almost went Wendy's instead of Popeyes. I like Popeyes chicken tenders.
Probably KFC was on there too. Probably.
I don't think KFC was on there.
I looked at it and I was gonna answer because I do keto. Like I'll go to Wendy's or Burger King, McDonald's, and just get it without the bun.
My 3, I haven't done a lot of fast food lately, but if I just had to pick maybe my all-time.
I have it if you want to know. So it was Taco Bell, Popeyes, Chick-fil-A, Burger King, Subway, McDonald's, Arby's, Wendy's, Panda Express. Of those 9. So to me, Taco Bell, Popeyes, Chick-fil-A seemed like the best.
Yeah, I would keep Panda Express at the bottom of that list. Yeah, it doesn't even have to really be there.
Really, the only one I ever really go to is Chick-fil-A. Out of all those, I really don't go to.
That's the only. Yes, that's true. But I guess I go there just more because it doesn't feel. It feels like it's a little more healthy.
Have you guys seen Super Size Me 2?
No.
It's really good, and it talks about exactly what you're saying in terms of what they do to make you think that junk food is actually less junk than it is. It's
right.
Worth watching.
It's you know what it is. The bottom line is about fast food is it's just like anything else. It's anything. It's in moderation. So if you want to treat yourself to a fast food meal, I know a lot of people have it more than once a week, but like if you had fast food once a week, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
It's when you get into trouble is when you have it 4 to 5 times a week. Then that's when you start to get into these issues.
Right. It's just got to be a once in a while kind of thing.
Right.
So I still haven't answered the question though, but I would say all-time top 3 for me. McDonald's was in that list, so I'm putting it in there. I don't know what order, but McDonald's is going in there. You know, I go to Chick-fil-A a lot, but not necessarily because I like it a lot. So I'm trying to think of what else. I think Wendy's could be in there as well as far as all time. I've never been a Burger King fan.
Really?
Well, when we were younger, even
When we were younger, I would have gone Roy Rogers over Burger King if the two were right next.
Yeah.
Oh, of course,
Roy
Rogers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Roy Rogers, hands down.
Yeah.
That's one of the best fast food restaurants ever.
Yeah, it looks like all of our audience here is all thumbs up in that too. So okay. Oh,
and
look.
they had that double R burger. It was like burger with roast beef on it and cheese.
I loved that double R bar burger, man.
Yeah. And then you go to the Fixins bar and load it up. Yeah.
Load it up with some pickles.
Yeah.
Did I tell you the story about when someone went into Roy Rogers and they made a whole burger from the Fixins bar and never bought anything? They took 2 big pieces of lettuce and then they put tomatoes, pickles, onions, and a bunch of ketchup, mustard, and maybe like one other thing, and use the lettuce as a bun. Just walked right out.
That's hilarious. That reminds me of that classic Shackman story, who we haven't talked about in a bazillion years.
Oh my God.
He friended me on Facebook.
Did he really?
Yeah.
There's a whole thing. I'm not going to do it because it's just going to get back to him, and I just can't get into a whole back and forth with him. But there's just been a thing. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. And I was right.
But anyway, the classic story was that when he got his first job when he was like 16 or something at it was like a Friendly's, I think. He was finally done training and he gets his first customer and they ordered whatever their Super Sundae was at the time. And he's so proud, like he's going through that line and, scooping this, putting that in, all the hands it. And then like 2 minutes later, they come back and they return it because he forgot to put all the ice cream in it. So it was all the toppings and no ice cream, which is just, that was Shackman, the beginning of the end, I think, for Shaq.
He is such
very
a dope.
ditzy. That's ditzy.
Such a dope.
He's our Joey. He was our Joey.
Yeah, but like not in a Joey kind of way.
We can't go down this road.
Yeah, I know.
Because then I'm going to have to deal with it. All right.
How would he even know? He doesn't listen anymore.
Yeah, but other people do. By the way, I don't like this virtual background thing. It like sometimes half my ear disappears.
No, it looks like you're trying to sell us a timeshare.
Right. Don LaPre.
I was selling ads out of my 1-bedroom apartment.
Right. Or you could be Carlton Sheets.
Carlton Sheets. He's got to be long gone, right?
Oh, yeah.
Reed's still building Legos back there?
Yeah, and he's hawking a Chinik here, and I'm like trying to do the show, and he's like, he didn't help me. You didn't help me.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of Hawk, we've got
Hawk.
We've got the Hawk in the house right now.
Yeah, Hawk, I liked you better outside. It was like Friday the 13th.
Got a little chilly, so had to come inside.
And Omar just left too.
Oh yeah, but he just stepped away. He's got coming from his studio. Look at that studio background there. He's got foam and everything. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to turn off my virtual background. Please stand by.
Hey Dan, I see you got a yoga mat before back there.
That's the on hold music.
Oh yeah, which hold?
Can you tell what on hold this is?
Wait, we're supposed to recognize what hold music this is?
Then they come on and the doctor's office to help you. You're like, yes, I'd like to make an appointment. Hello?
Yeah.
And then you realize your phone's on mute.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, don't go. Click.
Yeah.
That's CVS.
Wait a minute.
Hi, CVS. Sorry for holding.
Oh, CVS. I thought you were calling CVS Network.
No, just CVS Pharmacy.
Oh, wait. I think Liz, are you raising your hand?
Oh no, I was doing sign language. I was interpreting. I'm being the little box of the woman interpreting. It's my dream come true.
That's awesome. I love it. I'm not trying to be taboo here, but isn't it sometimes distracting when you go to, like, say, a high school play or something, and then there's the very over animated sign language interpreter? I tend to gravitate toward that because I'm just so fascinated by it. I've seen, probably seen the show a million times,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they act like it's the first time seeing it, and they're so freaking excited.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of other hold. When someone comes on to Skype or Facebook, that's not much of a song.
No, that's not a very big song there, buddy.
I've never heard that song before. What is that?
Whoa.
What
are you going to do about, seriously, you started talking about it. What are you going to do about the haircut situation?
We reached out to the woman who cuts Reed and my hair.
Yeah.
And she said she would cut our hair, but I don't know if we'd have to go to her place or she could come here. It's a whole thing,
Yeah.
Why do you just leave it? Get a Flowbee.
Yeah, but he's on TV.
Flowbee. Maybe I should just shave it all off.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Brian, I just saw. He was showing us. He just shaves his off. I don't know if I can do that.
Do you think if I took one of those the clippers and just put the 4 on it and just went like this, like it would be all right? Or do you think it would
I don't know.
Like
I do
got
that
in a fight with my barber.
Lowell, go onto YouTube. They have lots of tutorials how to cut your hair. It's really simple.
I'm way ahead of you. Yeah, I've been looking, but it's still I don't have the balls to do it.
I actually talked to my brother the other day, and he did that with his wife, and he said it was a 3-hour process.
I'm sure.
And they went through the whole YouTube thing, and they followed it, and he said it just took a long time to get it just right. Oh, there's their missus.
Oh, hello, Amy.
Hi. Hi, Lisa.
Maybe if you unmuted all of the guests, we could hear them, Mark.
All right, but that just might be a clusterfuck. But let's see how.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Amy.
You got to have another
happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Hopefully, Mark got you flowers and treated you.
You want to sing happy birthday to Amy? She left. Never
She's
mind.
here. She's here. What you all don't see is Amy destroying the home studio as she's walking through it, trying to find some
What home
phones.
studio?
What was her favorite quarantine birthday gift? Was there anything?
Hello.
Yes, there you are. Sorry, you guys can't see her, but she is here.
Don't worry, you're not missing much.
So they asked you what was your favorite part of your birthday.
I had 2 favorite parts.
Okay. Overall, how would you rate your birthday?
Oh, my birthday was 100% 10.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
I had one of the best birthdays I ever had. Very memorable.
Well, it's got to be a memorable regardless.
Yes.
I mean, it's
But it was
memorable
good.
just because.
All I ever ask for is just to feel a lot of love. Well, that's what I've been asking for, just to feel loved. That's all I want, just happy love.
Lots of love.
I think
Lots
you
of
got
love.
that.
I got that. So my kids put together a video compilation of all my friends and family from over the years wishing me happy birthday, which was a huge surprise and really sweet.
Lowell you could tell Lowell was like, all right, fine, I'll do this video. The whole time.
Hi, Amy. Happy birthday.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
It was funny. Hi.
It was part of the shtick.
Yeah, I know. It was the shtick that I'm going to pretend I don't want to be here, but I really don't want to be here.
No.
It was cute. Lowell playing the grouch. So that was awesome. And then at the end of it, they surprised me with a video message from a woman that is like a mentor from afar of mine that I've been following and doing her program and stuff for 3 years. Her name's Danette May.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you definitely seem like you're feeling the love.
Yes, definitely felt the love.
All right, Lowell, I think I got your part here.
Happy birthday.
Okay.
We just want you to know
That's
that
Allie.
we love you very much. You're part of our family.
Mhm.
You've inspired both of us. I mean, not to be cheesy, but so many of the things that you've told me have been.
Lowell is
such
now
great
just
life
sitting
lessons.
here, just
And I really
completely,
feel like
just
you
nodding his head,
made
just
a
like,
difference in my outlook on life currently. Right?
Not with me at all.
Yes.
You are Aunt Amy for sure to our children.
Yes, and a
That was so
shining
nice.
light, and just a beautiful soul and a beautiful.
Wait, where'd you go, Lowell?
Leave it to Allie to give me all the love.
It's like you're the anti-Marc. Oh, whoops. Is it still on?
That was good.
He hung up.
No, he's there, but it's and it says you're unmuted.
Wait, I got it. Okay, I got it.
There he is.
It says you cannot unmute yourself because the host has muted you.
Because the host is an asshole.
The host is an asswipe.
Don't you wish you had that power all the time on Zoom?
I do.
Right?
Or like that power in real life. Although my Zoom meetings I forget that like my face is showing, and so I had this meeting the other day with like this whole staff that I'm in charge of for this online program, and I moved away to go to this other screen to like be looking for what we were talking about, and this guy was talking, and I totally forgot that there's a camera like looking at me because I wasn't looking at all the pictures, and I know. I rolled my eyes when he was talking like,
oh no.
And then I was like, oh shit. Like everyone just saw that.
Did you see the one where the woman went into the bathroom?
Yes.
Funny.
The girl, it was like
I don't know how you could do that, really.
If she was on her phone, and thought she like.
No, I bet you she was carrying her laptop and she set it on the floor to pee and just forgot she was on there. Let me tell you, the next day, I had to go to the bathroom. I had to pee really bad and I had to start a call. And I started my call like while I was peeing. And I forgot that my video was, I usually have tape over my camera and my video was set to go on. Usually it's set not to go on when I join my calls for work. Literally in a split second. I mean, I turned the thing really quickly and think I got it, but I was like, seriously, I'm the asshole that's going to do that.
Right.
Oh my God.
Okay, I promised Matthew I was going to hang out with him.
Okay, see ya.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, Amy.
Bye, Aim.
It's been interesting because it's basically been me, Amy, and her kids, my stepkids. Maya's been with her mom. You know, we're just trying to play the whole quarantining thing safe. So Maya and I get together almost daily and we do, social distancing walking together and stuff like that. But so I guess now the kids are starting to find the things about me that drive them nuts. And apparently I'm an extremely loud talker and everything, TV, music, everything I do is just too loud for them.
Not the flatulence.
No complaints there.
Yeah. I mean, well, everyone's going stir crazy now. So
yeah. Dan, how are you? Seriously, though, how are you holding up?
I'm doing well, actually. It sucks, but there's nothing you can do. And I'm, getting more time with the kids and, just trying to make the best of it. But I'm surprisingly zen about the whole thing, which is shocking.
Well, and these kids got to go back to school, for Christ's sakes. My kids are constantly fighting all the time.
Are they really?
Yes.
It's because they basically can only play with each other.
They have a quarantine buddy.
Mm-hmm.
So the next door neighbor, there's a kid a little older than Reed who he's hanging with, and they keep their distance outside. And Sloan is friends with his sister, and it's fine. But like, all they want to do is just break the rules, go outside like all day,
bother you in the middle of a podcast when you're recording, and have a live audience.
But Reed is he. I will say this: He's learned to ride his bike on his own without the training wheels.
Oh, nice.
Really well. Yep.
Nice.
He learned on one of those balance bikes, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a small bike with no pedals that they just learn. So I'm looking outside one day. He hasn't like touched this thing like his whole life because we bought it for him and he like wasn't interested in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden his friend was riding his, but he already knows how to ride a bike, but he was riding his and Reed went and got his. And next thing I know, Reed's coasting down the street like,
wow,
fine. And so I said, well, why don't we just try your regular bike? And I just took his training wheels off his bike and he got on the bike and just took off.
Wow. I've seen those training bikes. They're on. I saw them on Shark Tank originally, I think.
Yeah, they're brilliant because they really do. They teach the kids how to balance, and then he just acted like he was on his balance bike, on his big bike, and he didn't, and he was fine.
Right.
But with these kids, they got to go back to school.
I don't think that's happening.
Yeah, I mean,
Dan Ware. Look at Dan Ware's background there, huh? He's got some kind of fancy studio thing going on.
Yeah.
Looks like a peen in the right corner.
Yeah, I think that's his hand or
That's
something.
a peen.
That's quite
a peen. I just is Sean Parks having his own show?
I think so.
I think he is having his own show. He's got the no farting zone going on there.
And Omar's completely disappeared. We're about wrapping up here, and he's going to be.
You know what I like is Lowell's way of trying to say, "Okay, it's time to wrap up."
Mm-hmm.
Well, we did a hard 45 here.
This was 2 hours, Lowell. This was 2 hours on the invite, so you can't let anyone come in.
2 hours?
You're here for 2 hours, baby. You committed.
I'll put.
Wait, I think I brought in Ben. Now, is it Levine or Levin?
It's Levin.
Levin. Okay, lots of different ways to say that name. Levin, how are you, Ben?
I'm all right. I'm living by myself, so isolation is weird.
Okay, so it's been a little.
We're all like shut-ins.
Yeah.
You're like, are you like eating the back of your hand, like, just going crazy?
Yeah, getting there.
Well, what are you doing to kill time? Give us like one thing that you like look forward to kill time.
Well, I'm working from home because my job is IT consulting, and normally I'm either traveling or I'm working from home.
All right, so basically Ben has nothing at all. He is just sitting in the corner, maybe doing a little work, and basically doing nothing but going crazy.
Wait, speaking of the quarantine, I so remember this was episodes ago. I told you about my experience with DoorDash.
Yes.
Yeah.
The fees were more than the meal itself.
Yeah.
Right.
So apparently in the Corona environment that we're in, they've waived like a ton of their fees.
Oh, okay.
So we ordered from our favorite Mexican restaurant tonight and ordered on DoorDash, and the fees were only like $3.79 and $4 tip, and it was all good.
That's fine. That's worth it in this day and age. Now,
and you know what I appreciate also with DoorDash? They suggest the tip given the distance and the amount of the order.
Wow.
They say for the distance and amount of the order, this is what you should tip. And I was like, okay, fine.
Wow, I like
$4.
$4, yeah, because it wasn't far from our house. It's only
but still, that's kind of like pretty cool. It's not like they're we suggest you tip $25.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Good for you, bad for the guy who risked his life to get you food, Lowell.
Yeah, but I risked my life to get the food from him,
and gave him money for it,
and gave him money to give me Corona. So but that was good. I was very happy with that.
I'll tell you, I hate now takeout and I hate pickup because it's such a fucking ordeal now. It's like,
oh yeah, they bring it out to the car and everything.
Yeah, and even that, it's like if you really are playing this whole thing safe, you gotta, like Amy and I went and we picked up pizzas and some Italian food, and it's like, okay, let's bring the extra towels. We gotta lay them across my lap, and then you gotta put all the food and wrap it all up because we don't want to touch it and get the corona from that.
The whole container thing is bullshit. I'm not buying any of
They're
that.
They're back there coughing up a lung. They don't care.
Right, because that's the thing. Like, really, if you're getting the coronavirus, like from food that's delivered to you, probably whoever cooked it then touched. You know what I mean? I just feel like you are going into a rabbit hole, and so many people are diving headfirst like into that, and I just can't live like that.
I'm totally perplexed.
But you do but Lisa, you wear the mask, right?
I wear the mask now when I go out because
like to the stores or whatever.
In Montgomery County, it's the law now. Like, not. I'm sorry. Starting Monday.
Yeah, because Montgomery County has like the highest count. Yeah.
Montgomery County, it's the law. But even then, before that, Victor was like, "Wear the mask. Wear the mask." And we didn't have I've since gotten a friend has made like a nice cloth mask. It's very fashionable and cute. But what do we have? We had like dusk masks from when you're drywalling, like doing construction. So we're walking around with these dust masks on that smell terrible.
Right. And you get to smell you and your breath, your own breath.
Your hot breath.
Your hot breath.
Your teeth and
today I had sunglasses on and the mask. I just kept fogging up my sunglasses.
That's what I was talking about before. Yeah, when you wear the mask, you can't wear glasses.
Let me tell you, a big mistake with the mask is don't eat a bunch of pretzels and then go out with the mask on.
Why is that?
Oh, the stank that your breath puts out from that pretzel. It's bad.
Had raw broccoli. Raw broccoli.
They make your breath stink when you got a mask on. Yeah, you're tasting them in a whole new way.
You're eating a loaf of shit.
Yeah.
Do you guys know what tonsil stones are?
Yes.
Yeah. Those little white. They're just.
Raise your hand, any of the listeners, if you know what tonsil stones are.
Oh wait, let's bring her in.
Yeah.
Liz, what's up?
It's all bacteria.
My God. Tonsil stones are like something it's like my deepest, darkest like secret. Like I don't want anyone, because I had them once I have them and I'm like, once in a while you get this thing and you're like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
Every morning in the shower, I take my finger and I go back there and just
and so do I.
Oh, that sounds like an issue then. I only get them like once in a while.
I have very big tonsils, and so
do I.
Yes, and so I have crypts in my tonsils. So every morning I have no gag reflex left because every morning I have to go back there and literally like once a month I will discover something and be like mortified as to how long was that back there for.
You guys smash it in your finger and then smell it.
Okay.
It smells like bacteria.
Oh, that is.
Yeah.
There's actually it's called tonsillosis or something is like the actual term. If you Google tonsil stones, they have some pretty disgusting videos on YouTube.
Don't do that. Don't do it. I highly recommend you don't do that.
Do not Google tonsil stones and watch them on YouTube.
Right.
Don't do it.
You'll puke. You will puke.
Hey, we haven't talked to Jeff Trotter yet. Hey, Jeff, how's it going?
Hey, it's Joff, but yeah.
Joff.
Joff.
Like Joffrey from Game of Thrones or from Toys R Us.
Yep.
That's right.
Joffrey from Toys R Us.
No, I thought it is Jeffrey the giraffe.
It's Joffrey.
It is?
Yep.
We'll treat you like family at Marc's Pizzeria. We'll treat you like family at Marc's Pizzeria.
Well, Joff would know. Joff, is it Joffrey?
It's
the
not,
giraffe?
but that's how it's pronounced. The Toys R Us?
Yeah.
It's
Joff.
I think that was Jeffrey, actually.
Hold on, Joff, I have a question. How many times a day do you have to correct somebody?
Good question.
It depends on the person.
On the average day, how many times do you have to say it's Joff?
I don't talk to that many people who don't already know me. And
all right, so it's not. I was going to ask, have you ever thought of just converting it to the Jeff just to spare yourself?
If it's like the person that I'm getting food from DoorDash or whatever, I just don't care.
Yeah, you let it go. I'm the same way with Marc with a C, right? Like if it's somebody like that and they spell it with a K, it's just like it's fine. It doesn't matter. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
yeah, I'm with you. But Dan, that's also like the equivalent of every year over the past, say, 5 years, I get 3 to 5 Facebook posts of the Marc with a C on the Starbucks cup gag. Have you seen that posted on my page before? You've got to have seen that.
Yes. You had to have.
Yeah. Dan Ware, how are you?
Good, my brother. What's up?
How's it going? I'm trying to figure out your background. It kind of looks like Star Wars New Hope kind of stuff, but I don't think it is.
No, it's a montage of Rush albums.
Is that your own thing you did, or like?
Yeah, well, I mean, I found the image online.
Oh, and then you just put it up there. Gotcha.
I got sucked into one of those post your 10 favorite album things.
Yes.
And I'm like, well, okay, here's all the Rush albums. Suck it.
Has anyone else done those here? Any of those challenges on Facebook at all? I don't do those. Oh, Lowell's getting in trouble by Reed. I heard Reed yelling at him.
Don't nominate anybody else.
Yeah, you can't nominate. That's the thing. These things are getting way out of hand.
People are bored.
My address is where those things come to die. Because like I'll play those little games like a bear saw a rabbit on walking to the water and like some little game puzzle, logic puzzle, and I'll play.
I always see you on Facebook posting those things like, which person from Friends are you?
Not first of all, let's fix that. Not always. Always
a lot.
is a little bit ridiculous.
I would say a lot.
I disagree. Go count.
Which Disney princess are you?
Totally
This is my
disagree
wife,
with you.
Rhonda. Everybody say hi.
Hi, Rhonda.
Hi. You're wrong, Mark. You're wrong.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Dan.
That's another one. How many times do people sing "Help Me, Rhonda" when they're introduced to you?
Yeah, yeah. She made it very clear. If I ever made that reference to her, over.
It's over.
Oh, so probably
Well, thanks,
a lot.
Dan.
She's heard it a lot.
Thanks, Dan. We just lost a listener there. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I'm not her husband, so it's okay.
I think, Lowell isn't kidding. Like, I've seen this with Reed where every once in a while, Reed will just go up to Lowell. He's like, you never help me. You never help me with the Lego. Wait, is he muted again? How does he? I think it like automatically mutes him when he walks.
Yeah, I think I gotta go soon.
Oh, really?
Like
5 minutes
I mean, we've been on for over an hour. I have to.
You were the most involved father I've ever met.
Listen, I gotta split it with my wife.
Well, I'll tell you what, I get it, and that's fine. I'll hang for a few more and hang with anybody who wants to hang. And by the way, Brian Thomas, great Knight Rider background, love that. You might win for best background tonight. Sorry, Lisa, I'm sure you were hoping that would be you with your San Francisco.
I mean, it's the only one I could figure out how to get on there, and I was pretty proud that I could get that one on there too.
Thank you, everyone, for coming out. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry I have to bow out after an hour and a half.
Okay, all right, we get it. You gave your time. We get it.
Love you, Lowell.
All right, love you guys. Thanks for showing up. We'll do this again soon.
Bye, Lowell.
Bye, Lowell. So long. Bye-bye.
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 There he goes. I like that, Dan. Thanks.
Playing him out.
Yeah. All right. Well, you know what? Let's leave the floor open and let's just chat. Why don't we? Dan, you could play some music if you want. Dan, let's talk about some. Were you really disappointed? Now, Dan, everybody knows the You're the Best show. I think that most of our listeners, at least here, will attest. There was the episode where Dan took me to go see David Foster, his idol.
That was pretty
You're
good.
the best.
Yes, and he was screaming from the audience like a little girl. Now there was a contest not a contest, right? But it was more like a challenge.
If you put a hashtag, he was going to select people who David Foster piano challenge or something.
Yeah. So meanwhile, the challenge, it's like, okay, he wants on piano day, because it's the 88th day of the year, I believe is what it all boils down to. He wanted people to do a hashtag and include him on it because it's all about David Foster. Yeah, and he asked, and he says, put out your video of you playing the piano. And Dan, if it were me and I were entering, I would put out a video of me playing the piano if I could play the piano. Dan puts out like 16 different videos of him playing all David Foster songs.
Yeah.
And not one of them got retweeted by David Foster.
Hero.
No.
Nothing.
Nothing. I think because he knows he was
like, this guy's trying way too hard. He must be nuts.
Yeah. I think he knows exactly who you are, Dan. And I don't think he wants to give you any acknowledgement whatsoever.
Is that the guy that wrote me that letter when I was in DC? Stay away. Don't start up with him.
Right.
I like his music, but in terms of his personality, it's a different story.
Lisa, I feel like you have been embracing your quarantine.
Yes, I really have.
I feel you're just wearing it with honor. You are excited to just be able to do all the things that you wish you were doing during the day.
You know what? My schedule has shifted totally, completely. So I sleep in, and then
Lisa's a teacher, in case everybody didn't remember.
And then I work out usually, and then I work until midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning, and then it just starts all over again.
Why are you working that late?
So the thing that is weird for me is that back before quarantine, BQ, like my life was so scheduled and regimented by time, and now it's just not. And so like I think
so you're just taking your time, kind of.
I think just naturally, like I'm more of a late night person, not a morning person. And but my job forces me to be a morning person. So now with being a late night person, like I can, like this is the shit I need to get done today. And like one day it was like I had to contact parents of kids who had D's or E's. And so I finished that like shortly after midnight. It was the last thing I had to do that day. But there's also stuff coming in all the time. Like there's texts coming in from coworkers, and there's emails coming in from students and parents and coworkers.
Right.
And I got 2 different jobs. So there's 2 different sets of coworkers. And everybody like reaches out like on their own time.
There are no boundaries right now.
Right. There's like this constant barrage of people who need me for one thing or another. And so it's like working on finding this balance to like, how do I meet your needs and yet not work 24/7?
Right. Yep.
It's hard.
Rhonda's a teacher. Same thing.
Yeah. It's brutal. It's like really like at first it was freaking me out because I'm really more like a let me respond to this kind of, let me get on this. And it was just coming in from everywhere. And then like, even like your personal stuff, like your mom texts you and you're just like, oh, one more text. And I wasn't like that with the text. Now all this electronic communication coming in from multiple sources, multiple people, different realms of circles of life.
I don't know how you do it, man. I do not know.
Crazy.
Are you developing lesson plans for every day, or
no? It's like more like a weekly thing. So it's like something gets front loaded at the beginning of the week, and then I give times throughout the course of the week to get in touch with me. One of those is anytime you want to, you can email me. And then by the end of the week, they have to have gotten in contact with me. And if they haven't, then I have to reach out to parents. And that's like the bullshit part is that like I had to call all these parents. And then like right after I spent all this time calling people, that's when their kids got online and answered the question or whatever. Like, seriously? Like, you couldn't have just answered that question without me needing to spend the time to call you, look up your number, call you, write it down in the communication log.
Hawk.
Yes, sir.
What are you doing over there? I think you win the award for like most on the go of everybody in the room. You've been in different locations. You've been moving around. It looks like you might be playing a video game.
Not yet, but soon. I'm loading it up.
Is that your kid in the background? Or is that Brian's
No, that's not me. My kid's sleeping, hopefully.
I think that's Brian's kid.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know I was on. I thought I was.
No, that's okay. It's nothing. No, I unmuted everybody. It's fine.
Yeah, I have a 1-year-old.
Now that Grumpo the clown left, I just unmuted everybody.
Congratulations to Hawk, by the way, for all your great exercise.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hawk's been trying to get me to do yoga and stuff, and he's been texting me like every day, like, did you do it? Did you do it? Did you do it? And I'm
nice.
Like,
all you have to do is that first one, and I guarantee you're going to realize that you've been overthinking it.
And I started Peloton because the yoga stuff was just I don't have the patience for that.
I am, I believe, 4 days away from completing my 66-day in a row 5 a.m. start to the day.
Explain what you do at 5 a.m. during the quarantine.
Well, all of these people probably already have heard me explain it. But the real quick is I get up actually at 4:45 a.m. every day. I think the latest over the past 60-plus days I've gotten up is 4:46 a.m. And I work out from 5 a.m. to 5:20, 5:25. Then the next 20 minutes I meditate and I do a journal entry every day. And then I spend my last 20 so plus minutes learning something new, doing something to grow, doing something to better myself, whatever it may be. Maybe it's something about podcasting. Maybe it's something just about mindfulness, whatever it may be. But that's what I do every single day, starting at 4:45, because I got to give myself enough time to actually wake up a little bit. It's a 66-day challenge. And now the past several days, I keep thinking to myself, so when am I going to keep going? Because I do like what it's done for me. Like I feel really good. I feel just way more confident, and I feel like I can accomplish whatever I want to accomplish. Like I don't psych myself out of shit anymore. You know, if I want to do something, I'm just going to put my mind to it and do it, kind of thing. I just feel really confident, and And not to mention it also, because I'm starting my day so early, I'm getting a lot more done. So that in itself is making me feel more confident because I'm always on top of shit. You know what I mean?
Probably feel like if you can wake up at 5 in the morning, there's nothing you can't do.
Exactly. Yeah. And I mean,
You wake up at 5 in the morning.
Right,
I wake
but
up at 5 in the morning. I got to take the dog out twice.
Right. So, see, I'm doing it by choice. But yeah, I've never been really a morning person. I can't say that I have a terrible time getting up early. Like I can do it. I've said it on the show before. After like the first few days, I was miserable. I didn't know I could do it. And then this guy that I know that kind of like a mentor to me, he's like, just do it for 21 days. Just force yourself. Just do it. See then if it's something you want to keep on doing. And that was like all I needed. After a few days, I was just like, yeah, that's fine. I'm just going to ride this thing out and see if I can do it. It's been really fine, especially as it's gone on. It's gotten much easier. I can't say that at 4:45 when my alarm goes off, I can't say that I'm like, yeah, let's go, baby. You know, I'm just like, fuck this. But the whole idea is you just got to just kind of jump out of bed and not think about it and not start negotiating with yourself. You just got to get right out of bed. And I think for me also, I get this guilt feeling. If I were to just be like, oh, fuck it, I'm going to skip today, I think I wouldn't be able to live with myself after that. So what are you going to start working out, Lisa?
No, I had a hot flash. I worked out earlier and I just got really hot. And so I had a.
All right. So for all you hornballs out there.
Hey, you look good.
Clothes on.
I've never seen the group light up like this.
She's slowly stripping down. Yes. Hi. I've lost over 50 pounds. And
52 right now. 52.
Wow. Congrats.
Nice girl.
So, Mark, what did you do? You keep this up on the weekends too?
I do. I've done it every single day.
Wow.
I do it every single day. And here's the way I've kind of talked myself into a cheat is at least one day of the weekend, Saturday or Sunday, I will get up still at 4:45. I will do my hour and a half, and then I might go back to bed for an hour or two. That's cool. That's kind of my cheat. I have like occasionally done like an hour and a half nap during the day, but I try not to nap during the day because I have a hard time recovering from nap.
How does Amy feel about you waking up at butt crack of dawn?
First of all, she doesn't give a shit because she can sleep through pretty much anything. It doesn't matter. She actually digs it because she used to always fight me. I mean, a lot of you guys remember me or know me from back in the Mike O'Mara show days. And I mean, we all used to joke, like Mike and I were big night owls. I would be up till all hours of the night and it wouldn't bother me. But she wanted me to go to bed earlier. She wanted us to go upstairs and just, even if it were just to go hang out and watch TV upstairs, I never wanted to go because when I get into bed, I'm out. I just fall asleep. I can't stay awake too long. I can put on the TV and I'll be out still in 5 minutes or whatever. I mean, it's a joke now too because the kids are like, "Oh, it's 9:15, Marc. You got to go to bed. You got to go."
When we send group text to you, you never respond if it's after 9.
If it's after 10, well, that's the other thing is part of this thing is I try to get off my phone after 8 o'clock. I just don't. I tried not to use it. I've been kind of bad over the past couple of weeks now with this whole quarantine shit. But yeah, so that's why, Dan, you don't hear from me usually. But when it's 10 o'clock, my phone goes on Do Not Disturb, and that's it.
Mark, where do you leave your phone at night? Just out of curiosity.
I'm able, for the most part, I'd say 90% of the time, I can discipline myself enough to stay off, especially once it's bedtime and then when I wake up in the morning. Because I like to have it for my alarm. I bought an alarm clock and I just never wanted to use it. So I mainly want it for my alarm clock and just random things. Like I use it when I work out in the morning. I want my phone for my music. It's that kind of stuff. So I'm just trying to be disciplined about it. So it's right next to my bed.
That's amazing that you do. I have so much respect for people that are able to do that.
I don't feel like I'm doing anything special. It's just a matter of you got to just do it when you want to. You got to commit to what you say you're going to do. That's just kind of how I feel about it.
So much easier said than done. To some people, the space between what you need to do and actually doing it is like this.
I talk about how I'm trying to better improve myself and learn new things. And there are times that I'm sitting like watching something on how to maybe use some kind of software or whatever. And I'm just like, fuck that, man. I don't want to, this is way too much shit. Like I can't. But yes, I think, Dan, the main thing is overall, I feel like if I can do this and I can do it consistently every single day for 66 days, I should be able to do pretty much whatever I want to do.
Sort of like the equivalent of being 6'4", huge with muscles, feeling like you're just the shit out of anybody. It's
right, exactly.
Of that in terms of achievement.
Yeah. That's why I've been digging Hawk. I've been digging what he's been doing. I know he's been working hard at his yoga and exercise. And it's funny because there are sometimes when I see people posting shit, it's just over and over again. I'm like, oh my God, that's enough already. But like people are doing it with good intention and they're just so genuinely excited about progress that they're making. Like Hawk and Lisa, like you've been posting a lot about your progress. It's inspiring and it's fun and it's, to kind of watch your journey. So I dig that about you guys and what you're trying to do.
And honestly, like for myself, I started posting on Facebook with that because when I just started back in October, I'm like, I've dieted, I've exercised, and most of it never really stuck. And going through and actually posting on Facebook that I'm doing it, I've been open about where my weight's been and where it's going. And that's not something that I was really ever willing to do before. So
part of why you're doing it is it's holding you accountable. Yeah. So it holds you accountable for that. I like that. It's weird because I've gone through those phases. Like I'm sure for the most part, except for Marc and Lowell stuff, I really don't post that much anymore. And I just go through these phases right now. It's just like, I just feel like I want to stay away from it for some reason. I can't figure out why. I don't know what it is. Somebody else. And I'm talking to Rhonda.
Yes.
Yeah, I've had a couple people recently tell me that because of my posts, they started working out more, like doing whatever. And I'm like, that's awesome.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
What's your workout music that gets you totally like psyched up?
Who, me? Yeah. I usually listen. You know what? It's funny. My daughter made this playlist on Spotify, and it's called Good Vibes Only, and it's basically like all classic rock shit. So I don't have it's not good for your. Let me look at some of the songs on there, and you can play something.
I can only work out to Rocky IV soundtrack. That's the only thing.
I did do that for a while, actually. No lie.
I had a tiger. My gym that I'm going to, they're doing like all the instructors are doing like live videos from home, and they're not hitting a bag, but I have a bag at home, so I still get to hit a bag. And then they're like also like recording all these videos and putting them on YouTube, which is I can work out whenever I want now. Like I normally on Saturdays they have like 3 morning workouts. I never want to get up early on Saturday. So today's workout I did at like 5:00 in the evening, and so now I still got it in. So I feel so blessed. I'm very lucky.
Some businesses, it's amazing that they're able to pivot and do what they do virtually, and then some just have no business trying to do. Like I had a friend that had like an enlarged. He thought he had like an enlarged prostate.
Yeah,
it was like, yeah, we can do it virtually. It's amazing how people are trying to pivot, but they're pivoting in a way that should never be pivoted.
Well, I heard about that too. Like doctor's offices, like, well, you can just like do a video call with your doctor. I'm like, but my ear is hurting. Like, how are they going to look in my ear? Make it
think
work.
about this. Even think about like going to the movies. It's going to be a different experience moving forward, at least for a little while. I wouldn't be surprised if every movie theater ends up with the equivalent of like what you pull out and sit on the toilet in the public bathroom. Those paper things.
There's 2 schools of thought. You've got people like me who cannot wait to get back to going to see a movie, going to see a play.
Me too.
Going to see a ball game. I would be more than happy. I'm supposed to be in a play right now, and we've got nothing going on, and I cannot wait. But then there are the people who are they're going to hesitate until we're all vaccinated. I'll be interested to see what happens, because I think there are a lot of us, a lot more than people think, that are just dying to get back out to doing what we were used to doing.
Are you a performer?
Yeah, my wife and I do community theater here.
What
We've done a few. I mean, Albuquerque is hot with movies, so we've done she's done a few TV shows. I've done a couple of movies. I mean, just background. But
Sing something for us.
can you do they call the wind Mariah?
No, what's that?
That's from Paint Your Wagon.
Sing it.
It was a musical. Out here they got a name for rain, for wind and rain and fire. The rain is Tess, the fire's Joe, and they call the wind Mariah.
Oh, yeah.
Mariah, blow your love to me. That was Lee Marvin in the movie.
You got a good voice.
Thank you.
What's another one?
West Side Story, Oklahoma.
You know anything from West Side Story?
Well, I was in both musicals, so let me think. It's cutting in and out.
There's
a place for us. I don't. Yeah. That's a little out of my range.
Oh,
how about some Queen?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. This thing called love, I just can't handle it. This thing called love, I must get around to it. I ain't ready. And there goes my baby, knows how to rock and roll. She drives me crazy. She gave me hot and cold fever. She leaves me in cold sweat. Don't.
Wow.
I gotta be cool, relax, get in, get on my tracks, take a back seat, hitchhike, take a long ride on my motorbike till ready.
By the way, I'm so surprised that Lowell never called out my t-shirt here.
I saw that right away.
Fairweather fan.
Go Ravens.
Did you guys address at the beginning where Jonah was? Or he never showed
Oh no,
up,
you know what? We
or
never
he
did. We never did. You want to know where Jonah is? Jonah is. I was so bummed about it. I guess I wiped it on my mind. So Jonah is. I think going through a lot of stress right now because they are moving to Michigan in a week or two.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow!
In these conditions.
Oh wow!
And so it's like, imagine it's not like you can get all your friends to come help you move,
right?
So
they have to be paying people. They have to.
I mean, I know I think they're getting movers and stuff.
Yeah,
but I don't know the extent. But then he said tonight the baby was just really fussy, and I think Megan wasn't feeling great. So he's just like, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. So. I was bummed because I was looking forward to also busting his balls. Dan, did you see any of Jonah's live? What was it? His Candle Mountain.
Candle Mountain. Yeah.
I saw it and I wanted to click on it, but I just didn't.
So a long time ago, early days of the Marc and Lowell show, when one of the things we talked about was he had started this mountain of candle wax, where he started with one candle stick and made this thing and kept it for what's now been 25 years and of just more and more candles. And it's this monstrosity of wax. And he, because of this move, it was time to get rid of it. And what he was hoping to do was have a whole ceremony with pure Jonah
didn't he
style.
though?
Well, he ended up still anyway, but
started. It was like an hour long. Video.
That's why I wanted to bust his balls because what he decided, because he couldn't even burn it because there's a big fire ban in Denver right now because it's dry. So what he did was he wrote this whole long history of the Candle Mountain, and then he destroyed it with a hammer. And then he was pulling out the different artifacts that were inside it because I guess, there were certain things that he put in there over time that it was kind of like a time capsule ordeal. Mm-hmm. But I was definitely looking forward to talking to him about that. So hopefully one of these days we'll
I caught it towards the end, which was awesome.
And then like later on when I was scrolling, I saw that there was like the whole video and I clicked on it and I was like, 50 some minutes.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
no, I
crazy.
am not that bored right now. And then like I started playing it. And he's sitting there like reading something. I was like, oh no. Like, I can't believe Candle Mountain is gone, but like, oh no.
Yeah, and then the worst part is all the people encouraging it. Like there are people in there like, oh, Candle Mountain, no.
Save me a piece of wax. Save me a piece of wax. But it was cool. It was cool looking that when he showed that wax, like all the lines of the different colored wax on the inside. It was kind of cool.
Yeah, but it really got pretty ugly. Let's be honest.
It was like after a while, I was like, okay, that's enough.
Yeah, we get it. It's your Candle Mountain.
Your Candle Mountain.
So Dan, I think what we're gonna have to do is one of these days we'll do like an all request hour with Dan, and we'll do it on something, maybe on like Facebook.
You should do like karaoke or something like that, like a karaoke. Like
not because of the latency, the internet latency. You can't really do it.
Mark's great at karaoke, Beastie Boys especially.
It wasn't Beastie Boys. I forget what it was. I know exactly what you're talking about, Brian.
Quench 2012.
Yes, I was beatboxing.
Oh
I was doing the beatboxing.
I may do a Facebook Live thing after this since I've actually got this set up.
Oh, look. Whoa. What do we got there, Liz?
Tiger King.
Sean had the pug face.
Lisa, I think your title of worst internet connection has been stolen by Liz.
That's fair.
I think Liz now is officially worst internet connection.
Email Liz at liz@prodigy.net.
Net zero.
I know.
So the audio and the video are bad?
Yeah.
Audio and video?
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's Brian, you know what? And I'm gonna wrap it up actually, gang, because as I was saying, 5 a.m. wake up is around the corner.
Brutal.
Yeah. So, but Brian, your daughter's freaking adorable.
So cute. I keep trying to wave at her. Hi.
There we go.
Hi,
There, can you hear me? Okay.
Yep.
This is Adriana. Say hi, Audrey. She's 1 year old.
Hi.
It's bath time, so I was going to say goodbye too. So
Good.
I have bath duty and milk duty. So.
All right, good. We'll enjoy that.
Oh, book duty is the best.
Yes. So is that 11 a.m. Sleeping in.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for having me.
Hey, thanks for coming, man.
everybody.
Yeah, I gotta get ready for work myself.
Yep. Well, we are really glad that everybody came. Thank you.
Yeah, that was awesome.
For joining us, killing some time with us, and we will try to do it again before all this nonsense is over. So thank you guys. Seriously, thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us. The steady voices in the sea of uncertainty.
That's right. All right. See you, gang.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Can anyone hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, good. It's all working good. Working 9 to 5. So are we hosting this and people can watch, or are they going to be in the Zoom?
Both. We're not. This can just be like casual.
Oh, I see.
Oh, Dad, I found it.
Reed found it.
Nice. Reedy, you want to say hi? No. He's been shy lately. He's like all Lego'd out. Like he's full on Lego.
Really?
We're building the pizza truck.
What pizza truck?
He has a pizza truck. He's building a pizza truck. Oh, there he is.
There he is. Look at that. What is that, buddy?
A Lego pizza truck.
Nice. You made that? Nice. Good job.
What else you been doing?
Monster truck.
Really?
Did you tell Uncle Mark about that huge fart you made?
No.
He like lifted his legs and went. We were both like dying laughing. So Dan can't figure it out.
Yeah, he's just now downloading Zoom. How do you not have Zoom right now in this day and age?
I know.
Isn't that what everyone is using?
For work, I'm using Skype a lot because you can. Well, I mean, I guess you could use Zoom for an individual interview.
Yeah. There's Dan. Oh, hold on, Dan. Okay, you're.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you sound good.
How about piano?
Yeah.
Me shugging
Hey, Cracky.
Hey, Cracky. Hello, Cracky.
I'm gonna possibly change my camera right here real quickly.
I farted.
Yeah. I think that's better. I think also what happens is with Zoom, when I start talking, it kind of like silences you out.
Can you still hear me all right?
Yep.
All right.
I mean, what is this with Dan? He's got the multicam.
Yeah, I got 2 cams.
It's nice. He's got a full setup there.
Must be nice, the rich fucks in Potomac.
Studios.
Yeah, they get an idea and then they start buying all the stuff.
Right. Hundreds of thousands of dollars.
We have people in our... Yeah, that's good, Dan, because then it kind of matches the rest.
Yeah.
Well, are you pretending to be frozen?
He's so good at it.
He is. He's good. He is good at it. So, Lowell, what do you want to do? How do you want to do this? We have people in our waiting room.
Just Trip Affleck.
No, I think Trip said he's not coming in because he says he looks like, I don't know what he said, like a woolly mammoth. Hey, Dan, you're losing some weight?
Me? No.
Corona.
Yeah.
Corona.
I think I've had it since January.
I guess I'm paying for my prank I did on you, Dan.
Set that up again, because what was that, Dan? It was a text you sent to Lowell, right?
Yeah, looking for some reassurance. We can tell the story.
So, Dan sent me a text and he's like, what's the deal? Are we going to be okay? Are you looking for it?
Yeah, do you want me to read it?
Yeah, read it.
So I said, what's up, Kraka? This was on March 12th at 9:30, and you wrote death. And I said, right, I'm in a trance. And then you wrote end of times. And then I was kind of thought it was funny. And then you wrote, just kiss your kids every night because we're running out of time. I think 75 to 80% of the world will not survive.
Yeah.
And then I wrote, you serious? ? And then you wrote, yes. And then you wrote, why? And then you said, they're hiding this shit. It's really bad. And I wrote, oh God. And when you said that, I just started crying.
No, wait. Did you really start crying?
Literally sat on my bed and it was like all of the stress of everything. It was like the tipping point. I was just thinking about kissing my kids and then like the whole world dying. And I just went, literally started crying.
Now, was it a weeping kind of crying, or was it like
it was just like I couldn't contain it anymore.
So it was like a hysterical crying?
Yeah, it was just I hit my breaking point. And then my stomach, I felt like I was gonna throw up. Then he just writes, I'm just fucking with you, Cracky. Oh well.
He